drop 'em. One hook and I'll rock 'em. One more and I'll stop 'em. Call the fighter, I'll lock 'em. Up 'em. If he reach, then I'll pop 'em. Street sweeper, I'll wash 'em. Homicide, come and chalk 'em. Drop 'em. One hook and I'll rock 'em. One more and I'll stop 'em. Call the fighter, I'll lock 'em. Up 'em.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is our prediction for Sweet Hands, Caleb Plant versus the dog, Anthony Dirrell. These two have been going at it, talking that spicy talk, so it might go down. But we're going to go to Ned, the TBE. Who you got?
Man, I was a fan of plant-based, but I'm not no more. Listen. I feel Caleb got the skills, but I feel Dirrell gonna come in here and show us who Caleb really is, and I feel Dirrell gonna not knock him out, but beat him by decision. It's gonna go 12 rounds, and it's gonna be a good fight. But I got my man Dirrell in this fight, and yeah.
Okay, Spirit G.
I ain't gonna lie, this is tough for me too. So. Because the attributes that both gentlemen have, the things that they're missing, the other guy has, right? So Caleb Plant, great defense, great movement, but he doesn't have power. Anthony Dirrell, you know what I'm saying? He's slightly older. He doesn't have the speed of Caleb Plant, the agility of Caleb Plant, but he definitely got that power. I want to do a cop-out and say it's going to be a draw, but if I have to pick somebody, I'm gonna go with the dog by the split decision. I'm gonna say split decision because I don't believe he's gonna knock out Caleb Plant, but I think it's gonna be a good display. He's gonna be hungrier than Plant. He's gonna really want this because this might be his last hurrah. So, I think we're gonna see the best of Dirrell for this fight. Yeah, so I think it's gonna make it to all 12. Go ahead, Katie.
Are you sure that this has nothing to do with David Benavidez?
Not even. Not even. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, it'd be nice if Caleb Plant beats Dirrell, and then we can compare how, the Dirrell losses, right? And then see, we can have a little fantasy talk, but. Nonetheless, I'm being honest. Anthony Dirrell, man, he's past couple of fights, he's been showing that he wants it, man. He got a good uppercut. Caleb Plant, his defense is immaculate. But I don't think Anthony's gonna be afraid of Plant's power. So I think he'll sacrifice a punch to give a punch. And so to me. Who was the other dude? What's it? The other Caleb, the dude, the Axe. Truax, yeah. That was horrible. You know what I mean? So I'm you couldn't even take out this guy. So I don't see Caleb Plant taking out Anthony Dirrell. It doesn't matter how old Dirrell is. It doesn't matter how many face cuts he got. I don't think Plant's going to do that type of damage. We're just going to watch Caleb Plant dance around for 12 rounds. And the style that he has is kind of tricky because some judges love that style. Some really despise that style. So if we see Anthony Dirrell trying to take it to him and he's really trying to fight and Caleb Plant's just trying to pop shot him and, dance around, it may be cute for a couple of rounds, but after a while, judge is gonna be like, "Yo, bro, you here to fight or you here to dance?" You know what I'm saying? Or you here to run. So I think Anthony Dirrell could surprise us, and he's gonna win over, if not the fans, he's gonna definitely win over some of the judges, and that's why I think I want to say it's gonna be a draw, but I think if it goes to split decision, it would definitely be in the favor of Anthony Dirrell. That's what I honestly think.
Commish, Trill, Dollar Bill, who you got?
This was a couple of years ago. I'll say Anthony Dirrell, the dog would dog walk him. But I think the dog has seen better days, and I feel like Caleb Plant will win a technical fight against Anthony Dirrell. And I think that he's going to fight a technical fight. He's not going to give Anthony Dirrell what he wants, and that's a dog fight. Because if this is a dog fight, I'm going with the dog. But I don't think that this is what this is going to be. I think Caleb Plant's going to stay outside, and he's going to use his technical advantages to beat Anthony Dirrell, and who is a little bit off as far as his speed and because of age and all that. It's a little bit off. He's not going to give Anthony Dirrell what he wants, and that's to make it a dog fight. He's going to win a technical fight. So I have a unanimous decision on Caleb Plant on winning a technical fight, but not taking away anything from Anthony Dirrell. He proved to be a top-notch competitor and a top-notch champion, but I feel like he has seen better days. Even in this last fight where he won, he was really losing until he got the opportunity, you know what I'm saying? And then the kid fought the wrong game plan against him. He gave the dog the opportunity and made it a certain fight. He fought the dog's type of fight and he lost. I don't see Caleb Plant doing that. So
you don't. Excuse me.
So am I? So I'm giving it to Caleb Plant for fighting a technical decision.
Hold on. All right, walk with me on this. Caleb Plant's last fight with Canelo, that fight with Canelo, right? Mm-hmm. So many people was like, damn, Caleb Plant, he didn't go for it, right? That was like the criticism of his strategy against Canelo, right? He was just trying to like outpoint Canelo until he couldn't do it no more, and then he got dropped. You don't try to prove the world that, yo, I got hands. You know what I mean? Like, he tried to do that with Truax. He couldn't do it. But that's the number one criticism of Caleb Plant is this dude has no power. He has pillow fists. You don't think in the back of his mind he's going to try to go for the knockout? Go ahead.
Get in there, bro. Him.
Anthony Dirrell is not Canelo Alvarez. He is not Alvarez. Canelo is a total different beast. You know?
No. I'm saying he thinks this time I could take a dude like Dirrell out, so he's going to go for the knockout.
I think if he does take chances, it's going to be like the last time you see him get the stoppage. It was after a while, accumulation of punches, and then if the guy got tired, if Anthony Dirrell, all the wear and tear from all the wars, if that happens, it'll be a late stoppage, something like in the ninth if he goes for it. But no, I see him not giving Anthony Dirrell no chances to try to win this fight. I see him sticking to the game plan and making this a technical fight and winning the majority of the round.
The funny thing about all this is 6 degrees of separation kind of makes it interesting, right? Last time I saw Caleb Plant like stop someone, it was Uzcategui when he won the title. And Uzcategui is the one who, I guess, hit Andre Dirrell, Anthony Dirrell's brother, in a way in which his team didn't like. So his uncle jumped in the ring and hooked off on Uzcategui, right? And that hook caused damage to Uzcategui, and that's why Caleb Plant was able to knock him out because he softened him up. So then Caleb Plant ends up getting the title by knocking out Uzcategui. And so now Caleb Plant's fighting Anthony Dirrell. You know, a lot of people, well, not a lot of people, some people who hate when me and Trill agree for some reason. I don't know. I guess we don't disagree enough on this show, but I have to agree with Trill Dollar Bill. Again, if this was years ago, I'd favor Anthony Dirrell. Even when Benavidez fought him, I would favor Anthony Dirrell. And if you look at that fight with Benavidez and Anthony Dirrell gave a good account of himself until he started to fade from the pressure and the relentless work of Benavidez. He was actually winning that fight. And this isn't that same Anthony Dirrell. You know, this is an older Anthony Dirrell who, as Trill pointed out, didn't look like his old self to me in his old fight. He was able to, you know, secure the victory and get a knockout, but that's what he does. And I think that's experience that got him that dub. In this fight against Caleb Plant, I feel like Caleb Plant should just use his technical advantages. He should use his speed, his footwork, and he should show his ability to box. People are going to say he can't knock someone out, and maybe that's true, but you can win without knocking someone out. So I don't see the problem with that. He should try to pitch a shutout against Anthony Dirrell. And who cares if people are saying at the end, oh, he can't punch, oh, he can't pop, oh, he can't do this. Well, he beat Anthony Dirrell, right? To me, again, I say this to people. I think Caleb Plant's gift is his boxing ability. I think it is his boxing ability. He needs to work on the IQ, I feel like, a little bit more. He has high boxing IQ, but I feel like if his IQ was higher, he wouldn't react to what people say or to the crowds or try to feed into knocking someone out. Just win. Just keep winning. That's all you need to do. And I think Caleb Plant's going to go in there and try to win. I don't think he's going to try to fight with the guy whose only chance to beat him is to knock him out. And if he does that, he deserves to lose. But
I'm just saying, we seen Devin Haney do that with Linares. When it's like, bro, all you got to do is box. But he wanted to show all the fans, hey, I got power. And then what happened? He got clipped and he went spaghetti leg real quick.
He won, and he went and fought George Kambosos and didn't try to prove anything but get the dub. Mm-hmm. So you learn that in boxing. And Caleb Plant versus Canelo Alvarez, and people say, why didn't you go for it? You see Canelo Alvarez fights. You know how Canelo Alvarez gets down. So let's not say why didn't you go for it. Bivol didn't go for it. So let's be real. Bivol, the bigger fighter at his weight class, who everyone seems to throw in the top, the pound for pound list now, didn't go for a knockout against Canelo. Why? Canelo went up against the ropes and said, oh, come get me. And he said, no, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Why you hating?
I'm not hating. I'm just saying you can't be a hypocrite. You can't be like, why didn't Caleb go for the kill against Canelo? Why didn't Bivol go for the kill? And there were people who were saying, oh, he hurt Canelo. Oh, he can get Canelo out of there. So if the bigger, stronger, guy in his division doesn't want to go for the kill on Canelo, why are you asking Caleb Plant to do it? How many people you seen go for the kill on Canelo? I'm just asking you. I'm turning it over to you, G. You got the floor. How many people in the history of watching Canelo Alvarez have you seen go for the kill on Canelo Alvarez?
Damn, I got to think about this. Let me see.
Yeah, I got an answer for you. 0. I answer for you. 0. Not even Triple G, the great killer, went for it on Canelo Alvarez. So come on, man. Let's stop the madness.
It's high level boxing.
Yeah, it's high level boxing in there with Canelo. Like, yeah, because you run up in there all crazy, you're gonna get knocked out. You understand? James Kirkland I like James, so salute to my man James. I think James, man.
What happened to James, man?
Unfortunate, but he was a great entertainer. The bottom line is, G, you win, you fight to win. You do whatever it takes to win, right? If you can get a knockout, you get a knockout. Caleb Plant should just try to win and try to secure the next big fight. If he tries to get into a firefight with Anthony Dirrell, Anthony Dirrell would just love it. It will be everything he asked for. Anthony Dirrell is running his mouth in all the posts, all the interviews, all the pre-fight interviews. Anthony Dirrell is running his mouth, hoping he can talk Caleb Plant into a firefight. That's his whole goal, is to talk Caleb Plant into a firefight. If Caleb Plant goes in there and gets into a firefight, I'm going to come in here and say, yeah, I was wrong. If he tries to get into a firefight with Anthony Dirrell, but I think he's too smart for that. So I got Caleb Plant by UD, and I think that he'll probably win 9 rounds to 3.
Damn.
Maybe even 10 rounds to 2. Like,
damn, man. Y'all.
I think that's why I think.
My man, the dog out.
Nah, I love the dog. Yo, see, don't do that.
You treat him like an old head.
We love his whole family. We love the Dirrell brother.
We were riding with Dirrell. I feel like what happened to Andre Dirrell He was supposed to be the one.
He was supposed to be the star.
Punch with Arthur Abraham and the Super Six, and he was never the same after that. And he fought Carl Froch, and I felt like he beat Carl Froch. And that was like they call like the robbery in Nottingham, I think. You know what I'm saying? Like people, he gave Carl Froch that victory. I thought he beat Carl Froch. So we love his whole family, like his granddad, everything. We've been following those guys for a very long time. So don't sit here and try to pin that on us, G. But we got to call it how we see it.
Let us know how y'all feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. You know who we are. We the Boxing Bros.